Bienvenidos a otro video de Por Cuba TV y hoy no vamos a hacer demasiadas presentaciones. A mi lado, bueno, a mi lado no, aquí conmigo, gracias a las nuevas tecnologías, pues una mujer que conocemos muy bien aquí en Cuba, que ha protagonizado historias maravillosas junto a nuestra Yarisley Silva y que por supuesto para nosotros es un gran honor poder conversar esta tarde en este video con Fabiana Murer. En principio agradecerle por supuesto la oportunidad que nos brinda de poder conversar con ella, que para mí es un sueño, y también para Rosalina, que nos acompaña para hacerla un poco de intérprete, porque bueno, aquí vamos a vencer varias barreras del idioma, así que yo no demoro esto más. Vamos a una pausa y enseguida estaremos conversando de salto con pértiga y de atletismo al más alto nivel con Fabiana Murer. Perfecto. Fabiana, repito, un agradecimiento, pero de corazón, por esta oportunidad, que lo reitero, es un sueño. Realmente hemos sido cómplices de toda tu carrera, gracias también a la rivalidad que fueron construyendo en el mundo varias pertiguistas, pero muy específicamente con nuestra Yarisley Silva, así que por supuesto esta es una conversación que no nos va a ser ajena, porque vamos a estar hablando de acontecimientos que vivimos en primera plana. No me gustaría iniciar sin que conversaras un poco por qué o cómo llegas al atletismo, cómo llegas específicamente al salto con pértiga, que sabemos no es una disciplina de mucha tradición en nuestra área geográfica.
For me, it's a pleasure to be here to speak a little bit about Brazil, my career, and of course, I compete a lot with Yarisley Silva, and it was really nice. I liked a lot her. Unfortunately, I don't know Cuba. I never had been there, but one day I want to go to Cuba. So I started in pole vault with 16 years old, but before I did artistic gymnastics, and I was too tall to continue the gymnastics. And then I decided to looking for another sports. And then I saw the athletics that was nice to do. And when I started to do athletics, I was thinking to do long jump or 100 meters. But then my coach went to speak with me when I did the test to start the athletics. And then I told that I did gymnastics, and he said, you go to pole vault because you are tall, you have strength in your arms, you know how to stay upside down. So he put me to do pole vault in the first time that when I stepped on the track.
Bien, perfecto, realmente me interesaba la pregunta porque suele ser una modalidad no muy practicada. O sea, cuando vamos a la historia del atletismo brasileño, encontramos, por supuesto, mucha tradición en saltos, pero no precisamente en el salto con pértiga. Entonces, por supuesto, ha sido interesante saber cómo llegas, y por supuesto siempre hay una motivación. La gimnasia ha sido fundamental. Creo que es un valor importante porque muchas de las grandes atletas han pasado por esta disciplina.
Yeah, in Brazil, we have a lot of medals in triple jump, but not in pole vault. It wasn't a tradition in Brazil. And I think I'm happy to finish my career. And I did some story in Brazil because I showed to Brazil and to the world that it was possible to develop one event in athletics that we didn't have this tradition. I think it's the same in Cuba with Yarisley, and I think it was the same because I don't remember to have another Cuban jump so high like Yarisley.
Exactamente, de hecho era una de las preguntas que tenía y la voy a rescatar ahora porque viene mucho al caso. O sea, ¿cómo se vislumbra? Porque hasta tu llegada al panorama mundial del salto con pértiga, pues no teníamos tampoco mucha referencia de brasileños sobre todo en el sexo femenino, haciendo este deporte. Ahora sí queda la referencia de Thiago Braz, de resultados en el masculino, pero evidentemente no se vislumbra un relevo. ¿Cómo está la situación? ¿Cómo están trabajando para quizás rescatar esa prueba a planos estelares del atletismo mundial ahora mismo?
Yeah, when I was jumping, in the period that I was jumping in my career, many girls start to do pole vault too. The same story that me did artistic gymnastics and then moved to pole vault, and we had a lot of girls. But of course, it's difficult. We had a good conditions like poles and a good pit track and clubs to train to compete. And to have Olympics in Brazil in 2016 was very good because we had a lot of investments.
Creo que es una situación que también... Okay.
Just one thing more. And we had the Olympics in Brazil in 2016. We had a lot of investments, but after the Olympics, we lost a lot of clubs and money. So many athletes stopped training. This was hard, was difficult for us. And maybe because of this, we don't have now many girls that jump and that we have better results. We have one girl, Juliana Campos, that jumped for 56. That's a good result, but she's not stable on this. And we have, of course, Thiago Braz, that he has 2 medals in Olympics, gold in Rio, and now bronze in Tokyo. So he's a good athlete, and I hope he can inspire some boys to do pole vault and maybe continue these results.
Sí, decía que es una, digamos, es una tendencia que también nos ha acompañado acá. Luego de Yarisley, pues no se vislumbra todavía una figura que sea capaz de emular los resultados que ella tuvo al más alto nivel, pero igualmente se está trabajando en tratar de sostener esos resultados. Vamos a entrar un poco a repasar tus resultados porque hemos estado hablando de que has tenido grandes resultados, pero me gustaría enumerarlo. Hay 2 títulos mundiales, 2 a 2010 y Daegu 2011, también la victoria en la Liga de Diamantes, muchísimos resultados a nivel de Copa del Mundo, Campeonatos Iberoamericanos y mítines en Europa. Y por supuesto, cuando miras eso, cuando revisas tu carrera, si yo te pregunto, ¿qué momento recuerdas como el más agradable, quizás el que te gustaría destacar? ¿Cuál sería?
Yeah, I have such good moments in my career. And I remember the first time that I broke the South American record. It was very important for me. Was in 2006 and was from one Argentine girl. Was really nice. I jumped for 55th. But of course, the most important thing for me was the gold medal in 2011. It was very nice. And this is the only gold medal that Brazil has in World Championships. So it was very important for me and for all my country.
Es el tema más interesante de toda tu carrera, o sea, los Juegos Olímpicos. Entiendo que evidentemente hubo una conjugación de diversos factores que dieron al traste con un gran resultado en la mayor competencia que existe en el movimiento deportivo mundial, y quisiera saber cómo recuerdas esas experiencias olímpicas, pero especialmente la de Río 2016.
I understood. Okay. I compete in 3 Olympics in Beijing, London, and Rio. And my dream was to go in one Olympics when I started to do gymnastics, not for both, but in gymnastics. And then when I moved to athletics too, I want to be in one Olympics. And for me was really nice to be in Beijing, but I had one problem there. And I was 10th place in London. I didn't have luck there too with the wind and the conditions. And then in Rio was very special for me because it was the Olympics in my country, and was like my target to compete there, my motivation, because I decided that 2016 was my last year in pole vault. So it was really nice, very special to compete in Brazil. Unfortunately, I had one injury in my neck. I had an hernia, and so I could not jump very well. But to all the preparation and all the investment that Brazil had was really good for me and for the other athletes. And of course, it's very special. We have one Olympics in our country.
Realmente fue, o sea, hubo varias declaraciones al respecto, pero me gustaría conocer si definitivamente fue esa experiencia de los Juegos Olímpicos lo que condicionó ya que decidieras retirarte del deporte activo, porque había sido una pertiguista con una trayectoria larga y con resultados al más alto nivel. Sin embargo, luego de Río sí ya se tomas la decisión de salir del deporte activo y por supuesto tener otras responsabilidades, pero realmente fue Río el condicionante.
Yeah, I want to stop in a good condition, jump well. So my motivation was real to stop, and I want to compete well to show the people my work. But as I said, I didn't have a good result. But I'm happy that I inspire a lot of girls to be in pole vault, in sports. I saw many young kids, they want to do sports after the Olympics in Brazil. This was really nice because the motivation was good for the athletes. And of course, for me, the Rio was a motivation to continue to 2016 to compete and have to be healthy to compete till there. But I want to stop because I for me was the right time to stop 2016 because I want to be mother and I want to continue my life. I know that sports athletes the career is short, not so long. So I know that I had another life after the sports.
Esto creo que es la decisión más difícil, la de poner esa pausa y decir, bueno, hasta aquí hemos llegado y hay vida después de esta decisión, y evidentemente contigo se ha logrado. Entiendo que ahora mismo estás trabajando en varias cuestiones, pero sobre todo me ha llamado la atención el tema de ser comentarista. ¿Cómo rescatas esta experiencia y qué lecciones te va dejando? Porque también es muy interesante conocer esas interioridades de las competencias que no sabemos, porque en voz de alguien que evidentemente ha estado en la pista, nunca va a ser igual un relator, por muchos estudios que tenga, que alguien que tiene esa vivencia.
Do you want me to translate? Because I think you understood.
Yes, okay. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah, Brazil, a TV in Brazil invited me to be a commentator, and was really nice, a different experience. It's nice because I know the things before the event, the training, the athletes. So about the rules, I try to pass this for the people, for they understand what was athletics. But of course, it's too big, the event, like the athletics is too big. I don't know all the events, but I studied a lot and was tough because the time in Tokyo, in Japan, and in Brazil was very different, like 12 hours different, but was a good experience. I enjoy a lot, and I try to pass for the people about the technique, what the athletes feel, how is the village, all the preparation. So I try to pass my experience inside there, but always putting the athletes competing as a star, because they are star, not me anymore. So it was a good experience, and I like it a lot.
Fabiana, me interesa sobre todo conversar ahora un poco de la parte técnica. Hay un antes, o sea, voy a decir algo que yo lo voy a afirmar y ya me dirás tú si es cierto o no. Hay un antes y un después en tu carrera luego de la llegada de Vitaly Petrov a tu sistema de trabajo.
Yes. Before Vitaly Petrov, I used to do what my coach knows about the pole vault, because he was athlete too. And when Vitaly Petrov started to do these clinics with Brazil, was totally different. The way that we grip the pole, how we drop the pole, how we do the first step, so it was totally different. and I had a lot of difficulty to change because when we change, we need some time to adjust everything. So I took 2 years to adjust everything, and it was a very difficult period for me because I was Brazilian record before Vitaly, and when he came, other athletes started to jump more than me, and the nationals, I was 4th place, so it was really sad. The people started to say that my career finished, was time for me to stop, to go to study and work. But I believe all the time that it was possible to change and jump high. And exactly after 2 years, I broke again the Brazilian record, and then I started to improve and do standards to go to World Championship and Olympics, and I started to grow again and get a good result.
Sí, efectivamente, para los que nos ven y no están al tanto de quién es Vitaly Petrov, pues es un entrenador que ha sentado cátedra en el mundo del salto con pértiga. Por solo mencionar sus resultados, pues deberíamos estar hablando de Sergei Bubka, de Yelena Zimbayeva y por supuesto ahora también de Fabiana Murer y Thiago Braz. Además tiene un centro, o sea, trabaja en Italia, en Formia, y por ahí ha pasado pues mucho de lo mejor que existe en el mundo y que ha pasado por esta especialidad, o sea, por la élite de esta especialidad, pues ha tenido que ver con Vitaly. Así que, evidentemente, pues por eso era la pregunta y para que estén un poco al tanto de quién es este señor. Responsable de los resultados todos de Sergei Bubka y de un tiempo con Yelena Zimbayeva cuando se sucedieron los récords del mundo, incluyendo el actual 5.06. Seguimos con otra pregunta y definitivamente creo que tenemos que hablar ya que tocaba, sin intención, pues a Zimbayeva. Yo creo que Fabiana fue protagonista de grandes batallas con Yelena, con nuestra Yarisley, por supuesto, además con las atletas, con las griegas, sobre todo con Kyriakopoulou, y también con aquella generación de garrochistas alemanas, con Silke Spiegelburg, con Martínez Strutz, o sea, muchos años de muchas batallas épicas. ¿Alguna anécdota que quisieras compartir de todas esas, digamos, de la rivalidad sana que sé que existe entre las garrochistas?
I'm feeling so old to listen all these names. Oh my God. Okay. I compete a lot with different generations, and every part was very important for me. I remember the first time that I met Yelena Zimbayeva in Forma in Italy, and it was very good for me because I saw her training, and she was crying and she was tired, and she had some difficulty in the training, and this was very important because showed me that she's human. She was an amazing athlete, but she was human, and she feel the same thing that me. So I thought, if she's feeling this, I can, and did a good result, so I can do too. And this helped me a lot to believe more on me. So I think he spoke a lot of girls that I competed. Was really nice, all the battles, but I think one important part was to meet Yelena Zimbayeva, and was a difficult time because I had to compete with her, but I was world champion with her in the competition. So it's just believe that we can do and enjoy the moment and train and believe that's possible.
Bueno, evidentemente hay que hacer una pausa para hablar de la rivalidad directamente que existió en el área entre Fabiana y Yarisley Silva. Evidentemente es algo que nos marcó a todos porque además el hecho de tenerla a ella como un medidor fue lo que nos permitió ir viendo cómo iba alcanzando la élite, nuestra mejor pertiguista de la historia. Y yo no puedo irme, o sea, no puedo, yo esta entrevista no la puedo cerrar sin hablar de Guadalajara.
In 2011, Yarisley, I remember she appeared in Brazil, in GP in Brazil, with another level. She competes very well. It was tough for me to get the first place in the GP in Brazil. And World Championship, she competes very well. So I think everybody starts to look different, Yarisley, because she was growing, she was in another level. And in Pan American Games, I was very tired because it was in October, I think end of October.
En noviembre, creo, octubre, noviembre.
November. Yeah, was a difficult period for us because normally in October we are on vacation, starting to train for next year. And I want to compete Pan American Games because it's very important for Brazil, for the press, for the image of the athletes is very important. So I want to go to compete, but I knew that it was to be like a difficult competition. And Yarisley was perfect that time. I think if I jump 5 meters, she would jump more because she wants to win that competition. She competes very well, was really long. I remember that we wait a lot to start to jump. And my first attempt, I jumped the first high, I jumped the third attempt. I jumped very high, but I was tired because of all the season. And Yarisley competed very well. She deserved that title because she was tough, she was brave, and that was her day. It was really good.
No, y si hubiera saltado usted 5 metros, yo creo que Yarisley hubiera ido 5.01, porque realmente ese día estaba en su día. Lo has dicho tú, que estabas ahí con ella. Para nosotros fue, tengo que decir, una agradable sorpresa, porque ya fue la reafirmación, tal y como dices, de que se viera con otros ojos su carrera. Realmente hasta ese momento había sido un atleta que estaba alcanzando resultados en el orden de los 4.50, 4.60, llega Daegu, salta 4.70 y luego aparece con este 4.75 y ya la historia más reciente es más conocida, o sea, una marca de 4.91 que evidentemente la sitúa entre las mejores del mundo a lo largo de todos los tiempos.
And another competition, another Pan American Games was in Toronto. Was crazy, that competition too. Was very high level. And again, she was first place, I was second. And the World Championship 1 month later was the same result. She first, I was second. And was very nice.
Beijing was incredible.
Yeah, I wasn't happy to be in second place, but I liked a lot the competition. I enjoy a lot because I think it was beautiful for all the people to watch the competition. It was a good battle.
Ciertamente, si le soy sincera, para mí su competencia en Beijing fue de las mejores que yo le he visto hacer. La competencia suya en Beijing. Sin embargo, otro día de gloria para Yarisley Silva, 4.90 y bueno, la historia ya la sabemos. Evidentemente fue una rivalidad muy bonita y yo creo que se convirtieron una a otra en aquello de que tuviéramos el morbo de ver qué pasaba, o sea, qué va a suceder. Pues se vuelven a enfrentar y realmente creo que lo que rescato es cómo pusieron las dos a nuestra zona geográfica, Latinoamérica, en un panorama donde nunca había habido atletas de nuestra zona geográfica y eso va a quedar para la historia realmente. Hasta hoy, solo ustedes dos en la élite del mundo. Antes de ir cerrando, tengo una sesión de preguntas rápidas de respuestas muy, muy rápidas. O sea, nosotros lo llamamos el tag. Allá vamos. ¿Indoor o outdoor?
Outdoor.
¿Yelena Isinbayeva o Sergei Bubka?
Sergei Bubka.
¿Formia o Sao Paulo?
São Paulo.
¿Los Juegos Olímpicos de Río o el Campeonato Mundial de Moscú?
Difficult. Rio.
¿Noche o día?
Día.
¿Instagram o Facebook?
Instagram.
¿Perros o gatos?
Perros.
¿Un día en Copacabana o pasear por el parque de Ibirapuera?
Parque de Ibirapuera.
De no haber sido barrochista, ¿cuál habría sido el destino de su vida?
Maybe I don't know. I'm born for this, for to be voted. I don't have another option.
Ok. Fabiana, después de tantos años en la élite, después de una carrera tan pródiga, porque hay que decirlo así, y longeva, que no suele suceder, hay muchos atletas que se lesionan en edades tempranas y no pueden tener esa longevidad que usted tuvo en el deporte y sobre todo compitiendo al máximo nivel. ¿Cuáles son, o sea, desde su experiencia, qué elementos le resultan clave? O sea, quizás un consejo para ser deportista de élite, ¿cuáles serían esas claves del éxito?
To be athlete is not easy. It's really difficult. We have to put something that we like by side, like family, to go out with friends, and we need you need to want a lot to be athlete, but it's a very nice life. You learn how to understand the people, to respect, to work together with other people. If you are athlete one day, you will be a different person when you grow. So sports is very important for the life. You will be a different person if you are in the sport, if you are involved in sports. Don't need to be in the high level, just to be involved in sports.
Pues ya nos decías al inicio que no has estado en Cuba. Queda la invitación y el día que estés por acá, pues evidentemente puedes contar con nosotros. De hecho, hay que hacer una entrevista aquí, en vivo y en directo. Simplemente me gustaría que cerráramos enviando un mensaje a las personas de Cuba que bien te conocen y que hemos estado, ya lo decía en varios momentos de la entrevista, pues sí que hemos estado al tanto de cada paso de tu carrera porque nos ha tocado vivir de cerca también las emociones que has experimentado como atleta y que has compartido toda la pista que has compartido con nuestra Yarisley.
Compete with Yarisley was really nice because I talked with her coach too, and we start to understand more about Cuba. We know that it's difficult for you to be there, to have support. In Brazil, they say it's not easy. We have to battle a lot to be in the high level, but I know that in Cuba is difficult too, and I want a lot to visit Cuba. I'm looking for you, Lilia. I want to know because it's a place that I have some curiosity to know how it is. I have friends that had been there, and it's one place that I want to go. And thank you for everybody that support me in the competitions. I know that you are cheering more for Yarisley than me, but thank you. Because I think it was nice. Yarisley helped me to jump higher, and I have sure that I helped her to jump higher too. This is very important. We were rivals in the track, but outside we were friends, and we talked, we traveled together, and we have some friendship together after the competition. So it was really nice. Thank you, and kiss for everybody.
Agradecerte por tu tiempo, sobre todo por tu tiempo y por la oportunidad que nos has regalado de conocer en primera fila todos esos momentos que habíamos vivido, pero que realmente no habíamos tenido la oportunidad de tener esas sensaciones que vienen de primera mano. Te agradezco a nombre del colectivo de Por Cuba y pues nada, la invitación está hecha. Si vienes por Cuba, aquí nos veremos y nada, muito obrigado. É assim, não?
Gracias. Gracias.
Muito obrigada, Fabiana. Muito prazer para mim falar com você.
E se vem a Brasil, me procura também.
Perfecto, así será. Y nos bañaremos en algún lugar por ahí.
Sí, sí. Suerte en su trabajo. Rose también.
Lo propio, y nos vamos a mantener en contacto. Cuenta con